Hello, hi, this is Alvin here. Today I'm going to give you a very quick short video to introduce SmartB, but predominantly to explain the benefits of using a ERP system. And you will see the benefits by first understanding what is ERP or what is an ERP system, and then to understand why you would need an ERP system. Once you understand that, then it should be quite self-explanatory as to why or the benefits of the system. Okay, so very quickly, the first thing I'm going to explain to you is what is ERP. Essentially, Enterprise Resource Planning is what ERP stands for. In a fully integrated enterprise resource planning system, it's very important that you should know that it started originally from a manufacturing environment, whereby in the manufacturing environment you then started to build in the other features or modules. And in a modern ERP system today, you would pretty much have everything that is required to run a business smoothly. So from accounting to sales, from point of sales for some of them, services, manufacturing, inventory, and in the more modern ones, the integration with e-commerce and so on and so forth. Not forgetting HR. Okay, so a fully integrated system or fully integrated enterprise resource planning software would have all of this already. For SmartB, we are actually here to help people who are planning to grow. And when planning to grow, it is very important that your software should be a single database, single code base, single database, and single business process flow, which is what most ERP systems would have already. Okay, but moving back to the basics, I'm not here to talk about SmartB, but to say, okay, why do you need ERP? For you to first understand how a system evolved or the evolution of this software, you must first understand the basis of records keeping. In a traditional manner, businesses would keep their records on pen and paper. So a ledger in front of me would be a typical example of a accounting ledger, where people will say, okay, what have we spent? And then do a quick summary. Using your normal calculator, you would then record all the transactions for your business on a day-to-day basis. Of course, as time has evolved, people would then stop using pen and paper and start recording all these records on Excel, classic Microsoft Excel software. Of course, then some of the companies, due to regulatory requirement, some would have also evolved to start using softwares. Accounting software is a very typical one, and that is how businesses have evolved from paper to Excel, and for some to using more sophisticated software. But having said that, if you start your business, you typically would start with using accounting software. But then as your business continues to grow, you look at software for stock keeping, software for HR, software for sales, for your production, for delivery, and so on and so forth. However, as your business continues to grow, the number of employees will grow as well. And with that, the number of activities will grow. So every activity that you see here that has a software or has been managed would increase in a few fold. Assuming business goes really well, then there is actually a lot of things to manage. And most businesses struggle with this because they end up with piles and piles of administrative work. In order to support the business, in order to cover the different areas, there's a lot of manual work that needs to be done. Okay? Which then leads to errors in your data, especially in data entry, some of the data are lost because some of the receipts or some of the transactions were not kept properly. There could be miscalculations or due to bad handwriting, the data entry was not done correctly. All these processes are very, very time consuming, especially if you imagine growing your company from a five staff company to a 500 staff company. There could be potential duplication. And last but not least, classic middle to large company issues where they have multiple system chaos. What does that mean? That means although you have many different softwares that run different parts of your business, many of them do not speak to each other. And because they don't speak to each other, information are not integrated. The classic one would be if you have a retail store, your stock goes in and out, but your accounting records are not kept up to date, and vice versa, then there could be a misalignment in data. At this point, this is where an ERP system is powerful. When you have a full-fledged ERP system, all the data are fully integrated, synchronized. You have in a modern ERP system where the ERP like SmartBee, we've already parked our data on the cloud. You can access your system 24/7 as long as you have the internet. All data are updated in real time, and there's no additional server or hardware required because everything is stored on the cloud. Now imagine this, you have the ease of running a business with a backend engine very similar to ERP software. Isn't that amazing? Wouldn't it change and help your business dramatically? Of course it would. And so once you understand this, then you can also straightaway see the benefits of using an ERP system. Alright, so that's it for now. Thank you very much and hope you find this useful.